Welcome back, weirdos. How are you doing today? I hope you're having an amazing morning, afternoon, evening. I hope you're having a great day. I found this picture. Actually, I didn't find it. That's a lie. Chelsea is one of my bestest friends ever. She did this manicure a couple weeks ago, and I loved it so much. I'm like, I have to recreate this, so I'm going to. Right now, right here, off we go. I had this glitter from Virgo and Gem since last fall when they launched it. And I haven't used it yet, but I knew I wanted to. It is so beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and use that along with my whipped cream bikini. I know, who's surprised? It's my favorite milky white though. I love it so much. I'm going to do one full dip into the milky white first before we go in with the design. You're going to see why here in a little bit. So I'm just doing a basic dip. This is nothing new, nothing exciting. If you are new, hi there. Hello, I am Marlakris. Thank you for being here. Consider subscribing if you like nail content. I do this twice a week, every week. And if you want a very beginner-friendly tutorial style video on how to do your own dip nails at home, I will make sure to leave that up in the cards for you to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and get this on every single nail, cuticle to free edge, and then I'm going to walk you through how to do this little design. Okay, so I am pretty much doing the same thing that Chelsea did in her video. She is sip and dip here on YouTube and on Instagram. If you want to check her out, I would highly recommend. She's amazing. Anyway, I'm doing a partial dip, kind of a diagonal imperfect squiggle, if you will. I'm going to do it on one side first and then dip in, just because I didn't want the base too dry, but I'm going to do this on both sides of the nail, leaving a little imperfect squiggly space in the center of the nail, and that is where I'm going to put the glitter dip after I get all of these nails dipped again in the milky white in this weird configuration. And when I saw her do it, normally my mind would have gone, this is ridiculous, why are you doing that? But instead my mind was like, oh my god, this is brilliant. And I'll tell you why. If you wanted to, you could absolutely do 2 full dips into your white or whatever background color you're using, and then do a line diagonally down the center, whatever, with your glitter. You could totally do that. However, when you go to encapsulate and then file and buff, it is going to be raised and uneven, and you're probably going to cut up your glitter, and it's not going to be good. So this method keeps it super flush, super even. I only dipped one time in clear, after which I'll show you here in a little bit. But I really like this method. I think she nailed it. Super genius technique. And it wasn't really difficult. If you don't have a steady hand and you are unsure about how to get about navigating your cuticle area and your sidewalls, you just got to be careful. I like to turn the brush sideways and use the narrow side of the brush to do this. I just find it a little bit easier. You could absolutely do this with gel if you wanted to. Matter of fact, it would probably be a heck of a lot easier using gel. I know you guys, or some of you guys, either don't like gel or have gel allergies, so I totally get it. But if you're not in that group and you have the ability to use gel products, I would 100% recommend doing this with gel instead of dip. But I wanted to do it with dip liquids. That's what Chelsea did, and that's what I know most of you guys are probably doing. So that's what I did. So I'm going to finish up this, and then we're going to get into the glitter. Okay, so now all we're really going to do is fill in that blank space. And again, I'm taking the narrow side of the brush to kind of get in between those two white sides. I'm just filling in the blank space. That is it. I did pour out some of the glitter into the top of the jar, the lid, you know, the cover, in an effort to get some of those larger, chunkier pieces kind of out of my way. They're beautiful, and I will place some by hand later, but I really wanted nice coverage on this, so I wanted those smaller glitters instead, which this totally delivered. I was super happy with the way they came out. I am going to tap it down gently to make sure nothing is sticking up and all the glitters are laying flat. And then I'm on to the next nail. I'm going to get this done on all 5 fingers, and then we're going to cap in clear. You may notice that I'm using a stiff scrubby brush to get rid of any excess. I just find for me that's the best and most efficient way to make sure I don't have any glitter where it isn't supposed to be. So I'm going to go ahead, I put a dot, the tiniest little dot of base where I want to add glitter. I dip my orange wood stick in that wet base, and now I can pick up glitters and place them exactly where I want them. Totally unnecessary step. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but because I did have mostly the small glitters in that space, I really wanted a little pop of those larger chunky pieces. And once I had that done, now I can go ahead and cap and clear. So I'm going to do a full coat of my dip base, just like I normally would. I'm going to cap and clear. I'm going to press down the clear dip into and in between all of those little glitter pieces to make sure everything is laying as flat as possible. And then I'm going to activate. I'm going to file and buff off camera, but I will leave my filing routine up in the cards and or slash down in the box in case you want to check out how I do that. And then all we have to do is top coat. Here are the nails filed, shaped, buffed. Now, as you can probably see, there is nothing sticking up. There is nothing bulky on the top of the nail. These are perfectly smooth and flush and ready for top coat. Now, if you wanted to, this is where you would go in with your coat of activator, let that dry, wipe it off with a dry lint-free wipe or a paper towel, and then go in with your 2 coats of your dip top coat. Totally can do that if you wanted to. I prefer a gel top coat. This is the finished look with the gel top coat. If you wanted to use a regular nail polish top coat, you can totally do that too. I would recommend 2 coats of any of your favorite nail polish top coats. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my cuticle oil just to rehydrate my skin and nails since I have been soaking off lately, but I love the way these came out. Thank you so much to Chelsea for the inspiration for this manicure. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up so I know you liked it. I hope the rest of your day is as beautiful as you are. I will catch you guys in the next one. Love you, bye.